back to another episode of Podcasters, the D&D tabletop gaming podcast on the network at bicbp-radio.com. I'm your Dungeon Master, Anthony, as always. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Hold on. This light's a little too bright, I think. Hold on. Drop this a little bit. Whoop. Hold on. Let's get that fixed. Oh, a little better in my eyes.
This in the intro.
Oh, it totally is. What's up, guys? Like you said. What's going on? Dungeon Master Anthony setting up this. I'm rearranging the layout here because I'm trying to make sure that when I need to, we have the most efficiently produced show as possible. Got a table back there, got the lighting over here, got a giant monitor here, trying to rearrange stuff. Oh well. But hopefully with the next year, with the new year coming up, we're gonna have a more of a TV show-esque aesthetic coming to you guys. But till then, we're just 5 guys playing Dungeons and Dragons and having fun over Zoom. And so I got these awesome players, and where we last left off, they were stuck in the Feywild. Nope, that's what happens when you follow magical creatures into tall grass and you don't know where they go. We had
I followed Finks. I did not follow some crazy creature. I tried to find my friend who crawled into the grass.
A crazy creature.
That is true.
I mean, I guess Finks would be a crazy creature a bit. But you're right. Remus didn't follow the little Augie, as we found out that they were called. He had followed Finks, and in turn, Howard had followed Remus. And in turn, Azoth waited a bit to follow Howard, resulting in a dilemma where some of our players and some of our party ended up at the oasis in this magical fey-looking forest wooded area at different timings. While here, we had Howard, Finks, and Remus try to ascertain what the point was of this oasis, and when finding out about the properties that it's guarded by a magical Green Warden, Howard did what Howard does, and Howard attempted to improv a bit. What?
Draw out the warden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you didn't do it in the most subtle of ways either. Actually, if there was a subtle way to attempt to drown a little velociraptor-like creature, you did it pretty subtly. You were just like, don't mind me. Cool. Here. You attempted to, upon being knocked into the water and seeing a skeleton-like vision, because you really didn't touch it, so you don't know if it was real or not. The rest of the Finks and Remus ran over to pull him out, and upon doing so, they ended up leaving the oasis looking for something else, finding themselves at the Willow of Souls, run by Alden. Let me make sure I grab his name right. The Willow of Souls, speaking with Alid, a giant 10-foot long, 3-foot thick round fey caterpillar. They stayed the night with him. Finks tried to, what you try to do? You were trying to find a way to get home, and you were given a task to go stop some Fomorians, but you attempted to use Lucky to see if he would be there as essentially a little bit of a patron for him. Fortunately, Alid didn't want Lucky, but let you guys journey off after spending the night in the Willow of Souls to go upon your task, saying that he would send you guys back to where you came from if you completed the task of ceasing and stopping the Fomorians, as they were causing havoc amongst the Feywild for him and the rest of the forest. And it would do a great favor for the Green Warden. Upon Before leaving, I do that's right. Do remember Howard attempted to crawl up and found a pod of a cocoon-like uh, casing that supposedly held Jarrell. And after trying to cut into it and stab it, he fell off and almost fell to his death down and off of the entire willow as they were a couple hundred feet up in the air. He quickly used his little pendant of Featherfall and safely landed with the help of some guidance on the platform. Party done with the Willow of Souls, not knowing really where else to go, left the Willow of Souls and headed back in the direction of the Oasis, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully in the direction of Fomorians. Not really sure of what they were supposed to do more. This caterpillar Alid gave you guys very little information. It was like, go do this for me. While that all happened, Azoth popped up about 2 weeks later or so, about a week or so later, into the future because, time shifting. And he headed in the northern direction of the Fae and found a giant line of Fae creatures and Fae beings consisting of fairies and sprites and centaurs and satyrs that were in line for the turning of the seasons at Glintshire. Let me see, where the fuck am I note? Or where the my notes? Let me get my name. At at
Glint Peak.
Glint Peak. There we go. Where am I sure for this? Okay. At Glint Peak. So we pick up there, guys, as Azoth had found out that his party was back in the other direction, facing the consequences of dealing harm to the Oasis. He transformed into a wolf and begun making his way back, and the party was walking towards the Oasis. We'll pick up there, guys. Azoth,
Ooh.
you are 6 days out. How I recall it. You are 6 days out from where you pretty much had started, and you are transformed into a wolf. Are you doing anything? Are you listening for anything? Are you what's your purpose? What are you doing?
I'm trying to meet up with the party again, so I'm listening for any familiar sounds or scents. If I can pick up on a smell that is familiar, that's not of the realm that I'm currently in. If I run into somebody else, maybe continue to get another wayfinder or pointed in the direction of which I'm supposed to be going.
Okay. All right. Make perception check to see what you see amongst your journey and see
8.
8. For the first 2 or 3 days, you don't really hear anything more about these newer travelers entering the forest. You know that you've heard people talk about how there was a punishment dealt upon to them, but no one has said what exactly had happened. I'll say that was 2 days. I'll say make 2 more perception checks to see how much you gain within the knowledge of your days more. If there's anything else you wish to stop, ask, do look for along your trek to get to the rest of the party. Let me know amongst this.
First roll was a nat 20 plus 7, so it's a 27. Then 17.
17. Perfect. Oh man. All right. Shoot. All right. So what you do know as of now is that they were dealt and issued a death quest for a horrendous crime that the one pixie that you see as you're running, you quickly had stopped in between your beast shapes, bamfed into being or not bamfed, shaped back into you, Azoth, all bony face and all that kind of stuff. Taking a quick breather, grab a little bit of a pack of rations, they're chewing on it. Breathe in, probably pull out your book, looked over some scrolls, just be like, what the hell? I don't know where to go. You hear one of the pixies that goes, did you hear? Did you hear? They're charged. A death quest. A death quest hasn't been issued in 700 years. I can't believe he let them go. And it flies off. And it wasn't even speaking to you. It's more or less it came by, gossiped to someone else, and zipped by.
Okay. Is whatever it was gossiping to, is that creature still around? Can I see it? Can I?
You see that there is a couple of the creatures it spoke to. It just kind of like popped in, spoke real quick to. So it's still there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So to the I want to ask the group of creatures. Say, sorry, death quest. So like, are they on a quest to kill something, or are they on a quest to be killed?
Quest. And you see the thing it was speaking to was a smaller creature about the size of a halfling. And as it starts talking, it is speaking faster than you're normally used to hearing. And you actually have to take a moment to try to really understand what it's saying. This little like halfling creature is very fey and look with the nice elven pointed ears and has this luster to it. And when it moves, it kind of is a little blurry as it's trying to stay contained, looking around you. Oh, well, a death quest. I'm so sorry. I lost what was your question? You asked it.
Are they on a quest to kill something, or is this a quest for them to be killed?
Sorry, Scatterbrain. Death quest. A death quest is a charge issued when an impossible task it was that really good luck with it. They should probably die. They're probably not going to come back alive. But it's an alternative to a punishment. A punishment of death to be issued.
Okay.
It's kind of like a quick silvery movement where it's like moving and it's like its body is there, but like its elbows keep kind of like blurring as it's moving around very quickly. And
who I try and like
it's a he, and
Okay.
it's trying to keep up with you, but it's more like the innate
just his
creature. It cannot, so it's trying to.
Who issues the quests?
Well, anyone can issue a death quest. This one, unfortunately, was issued by the Green Warden. They probably wouldn't have been better off just fighting it and letting themselves be killed themselves. But who knows? Maybe they're stupider than we all thought. Who knows?
The Green Warden again. Where can I find him? Can I find him? Is there a way to like signal him? Can we put a flare up in the sky or something?
Just to make it easy to understand, so I'm not speaking too much. Let you know that yes, you can find the Green Warden. It's he patrols the Fey Woods. That is, and it kind of turns around to the back from where you came from. He patrols the Fey Woods. You can find him there. Good luck calling him. Usually he just finds you, or usually he just finds trouble when it's there. He patrols the forest for dangers harming it. Because of such a natural 20, the creature also slips and says he has been currently busy dealing with the frigid snap, but apparently these three individuals pulled his attention, which he will not be happy about.
Okay. How far away is the forest from me?
Forest is, I mean, looking off. It's one of those, like, it's far off in the distance. Like, you could see it. But as you kind of like peer over the land that you're going to have to travel, it's about a day or two. Do you ask any more questions concerning stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does the Green Warden is he only protecting the forest, or does he come if there's any innate signs of danger or harm here, like in the vicinity, or
Let you know that he stays only in the forest, does not leave the forest. He is charged to protect the forest. It is his only concern. And it is an important concern. That's the thing. It's an important job. He is its guardian. That's what he's meant there to do.
okay. All right, one more question, and then I think I'll know what I need to do.
Yeah.
So when I first arrived, however long ago that was, there was a sound that was quite not so much like thunder, but like somebody really, really big was walking around. It sounded like it was coming from behind where I came in, so maybe like towards the north. Any idea what that could have been, or how far away the cause of that is? Do you guys have like a volcano, or is it something else?
No, those would be giants.
Okay, I'm sure we'd be able to see them if they're
Yes. You can see them. Actually, I know what I did wrong. I don't have my map of the Fae. That's where I'm going. I'm trying to look at my notes for where I had Glint Peak on a map. Let you know that the giants are north of the Fae Woods and come out primarily through tunnels.
okay.
And like a mining system. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can if I can snatch my map.
And the Fey Woods are where the green guy is. Is that what he said?
Yes, the Fey Woods are where the green guy is.
All right.
Let's see that one. The heck are my notes, guys? 1 second.
I'm gonna find you guys. I'm gonna do something.
You're not finding us.
I'm gonna find you
Let's see where the hell.
Hey, Anthony, can I cast Pass Without a Trace?
100% you cast pass it out.
I'm just kidding.
guys.
Oh. I have no idea where my forest map is, but
I feel like
it's all good.
I'm Weasley and Harry Potter. I'm like so close, but I just can't see you. I gotta find like Dumbledore's light to get to you guys.
But
all right. Okay, so I'll thank the creature for his time, and I will start to make my way towards the Fey Woods.
all right. They you find out that the Fomorians are as he does let you know, ask about the giants. Fomorians have tribes that mine the minerals underneath the earth, and they employ the services of other creatures to help with that, and will employ the services of various humanoid folk that they trap to scavenge and collect resources for them.
Okay.
All right.
Go towards the woods.
Go towards woods. I want you to make a. How are you? Are you B shaping, or what are you doing? So are you just kind of trekking now by foot, or?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go on foot for a hot minute for now. I'm gonna hold on to my wild shape for a minute.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Do I snatch this? Let's see if I drew this up. So if I did. Nope. It's all good. All right. So you stay in human form and you start your trek south in the southern direction back to where you originally came in, where the Fey Woods kind of broke open into this rolling fields with a line of pixies and fairies and Fey wildlife that are going the other way back. Which, by the way, that constant motion step of walking has not stopped. Everything in line still is that constant. Just I'm gonna walk forward. I'm gonna walk forward. All right.
Okay.
All right. So leave it there. We pick up with their party. I don't know if Remus is still here, but Finks, Howard, and Remus, you guys left the Willow of Souls, and you guys are walking in a western direction. Where are you guys headed to specifically? Where are you guys? What's the goal for you guys?
Back to the Oasis. So I'd imagine we'd just kind of follow the way we came.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As you are walking, make survival checks. Azoth, make a survival check for me too, by the way.
I got a 12.
Good.
Ooh. Survival. 19.
Good. All right, cool.
Green.
16?
14.
14?
And we'll say
Okay.
for all intents and purposes, Remus rolled a natural 20.
That's where you guys use it. That's where you guys using the blessing. That's
no, I
where
don't know.
that's where the
I'm
auto
not gonna-
20 is gonna come in.
I'm not going to speak for him. Nope.
No. Okay. So you guys are making your way towards the direction of the Oasis. You
Mhm.
guys had just come from it, so it's not super hard to make your way back there.
During the travels, Howard is going to be going through one of his books, and he's going to pull out the crap. Which one was it again? The book burning and rebinding. And he's just going to kind of skim through it and kind of put two and two together. Finally, that we are currently in the Yule Grove, according to the descriptions of that book. And then eventually relay it to the rest of the party.
Right. All right. So you guys, Howard relays that over to you.
Okay.
Now, in the book that you had, did I describe the Yule Grove? Really? Or are you just trying to make the?
No, I'm just kind of like make it more whatever. But you have it as it's now a dead swamp. It is a Fey oasis known as Yule Grove, but has now become a dead swamp, and possibly inhabited by the Dark Father, which is a human lich.
Okay.
That sounds scary.
Yes, but I think we should be fine. I haven't seen any liches around.
I
A
checked
skeleton,
on
but I think that was just my friend. I think we're
Skeleton?
okay. Yeah, back in the water. He told me to go ahead and take care of the Augie.
Oh, I didn't see a skeleton.
You didn't see him? He was wearing a crown, yellow.
I don't like the water very much. I didn't see.
Oh, I don't blame you.
We should go visit him though.
Yeah.
He has a crown. I'm definitely interested in that.
Yeah, I don't know if he would let you take it, but by all means, go for it.
He doesn't have to let me.
There you go.
All right, Finks has a little more of a upbeat step now. He's excited to go find some treasure.
Sick. You guys start making your way to oh, let's see.
That's me.
It's all good. I just saw the message. We're good. You guys start making your way towards this. Make a wisdom saving throw, both of you.
No, natural one. So 7 total.
With some save, 18.
For me, Howard, headphones off for a sec.
Oh, okay.
Finks,
Yes.
you begin to see shadowy figures out of the corner of your eye pulling from Howard's body. So like every time you kind of look, it's kind of like almost like a shadowy face, like figure visage is like, and every time you try to look at it, it's not there. You're good. You begin to see this kind of just. Howard, what was your wisdom save?
18.
Good, man. There is a persistent, now as you're kind of walking, you're getting this persistent paranoia feeling. It's starting to creep in again that there's something watching, maybe coming to get you. I don't know. It's the same feeling that you were feeling, kind of like that nagging in the back of your head. Something's coming to get you.
Howard, you lead the way now. I'm tired.
Okay. Do you want to hop on my back?
No.
Okay, good, because I don't think I'm strong enough to carry you. Let's go.
Remus,
Yes.
roll a wisdom save for me.
Oh no. Oh yay. Hold on. Or please hold rather. 17.
17. You're beginning to get this feel of paranoia that as you're walking between the trees and walking in the direction of the oasis,
Oh, there's people again?
there's something behind the trees staring, looking for you, looking at you.
Good.
And every time you look, there's nothing there. And something coming to get you? Something wants to take you?
Great.
You don't know. You feel like something may be coming for you. Yeah. So, amongst that, you guys make another survival check for me as you guys keep making your way.
Oh, I did a good job. 22.
5.
5.
Oh, wait, I'm not leading the way. Howard's leading the way. Don't disregard my roll. I don't want it.
Sad.
5?
5.
5?
I guess we got a 5.
Yep.
No, I want everyone else's real quick.
I don't want to roll.
You don't want to?
I really don't know.
I got a 6.
You got a 6? Okay. You guys start to get lost. And through Howard leading the direction of just hearing this, something's talking to him. Something is getting and looking for directions. And every time you begin to feel that you're going in the right way, you begin to hear, no, not that way, no, not that way, other way, other way, other way, other way. So you start to turn. And then as you begin to walk, start to hear, we're coming to get you. You can't escape. And you start to turn another way. Make another survival check from you guys as you're trying to trek your way through. Howard, if you're leading it, do it with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
15.
Oh. 13.
13?
I rolled a natural 20 on the other one.
Oh. Well, 13, it's good enough. And you begin to find, of course, yourself in the right direction, kind of looking over now. You see far off a little bit over, you see the giant stone structure that led up to the part of the oasis that had the water flowing off of it magically. As you approach about 50 yards out, make a perception check, everyone, to see what you see as you walk up to it.
Can I stay at the tree line?
Of course.
Is that perception check?
14.
Jeez.
Oh, God. So.
Rolled a 9.
Perfect.
I got a 5 because I'm scared of whatever the hell is following me.
Perfect. Let's see. Let's do this. Perfect. As Roka, so Finks is waiting back by the tree line.
Yes.
Remus, are you staying back with Finks? Or are you walking up? Are you going to
What-
keep walking?
What does he do? Howard, what are you doing?
I was walking back towards the, I guess, the structure with the waterfall.
Yeah, you guys are walking towards the oasis.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Why did you stop?
I can't talk now.
What does that mean?
Howard, go on ahead. Go on ahead.
Oh
Are
no,
you-
no, I'm
you
concerned
sure,
that
Finks?
you
Are you
stopped
okay?
right here.
I'm gonna start looking around too. Like, do I see anything following us? Especially with feeling that something ominous is about to happen.
Make or with the 9. No, you don't see nothing following you.
Okay. I think we're okay, Finks. You sure you just want to stay here?
Yeah,
Okay.
go on ahead.
I don't like this at all.
I'll slowly go ahead, but I'll kind of keep an eye on Finks and Remus just to make sure that they don't lose my eyesight.
Okay. Remus, you are waiting back with Finks.
I am waiting back.
Okay.
I don't trust that Finks wants me to leave, so I'm waiting with him now.
Got it. All good. Howard, you begin walking up to the oasis. You don't see any Augies in sight. The water is crystal clear, blue. You can see from as you walk up to it, looking over, you can see right through. It's kind of like looking through glass. You could see the pebbles and the stones, and the padded kind of the structure, like the earth of the where it was kind of dug, or this crater, like this hole is. You see sitting though is a bench, or sitting on a bench though that was not there, is a figure. There's a bench that is that isn't carved, but looks like grown over tree branches, and like thick, like not like little branches, but like the thick, like freaking big, like the bigger branches that are like bending out of the ground and bending over and come up and make this little bit of an arch of a back of it. And it looks kind of like druid crafted grown type of a thing, kind of a esque, as if it came from, like, it grew out of the ground itself. And sitting on it is a humanoid figure with brown leathered slacks, pants, with like some like slight tree bark armor kind of padded on it. There's a bow to his left, sitting just set there. And there is a brown cloak over the back of the tree. It is a half elf, or a elf that you could see, not half elf. It looks like an elf figure is sitting down, looking in the water, not even paying attention of you walking up on him. And you see sitting on his lap is a green bladed sword. Next to the sword is a small stone about this big, kind of almost like a water stone, or was it a whetstone?
Hello.
The figure looks up at you, and you see its hair is dark black, dark dirt brown. I really can't tell if it's dark brown, black, or it meets this caramel skin tone with the pointed ears popping out from between it. Eyes are blank slated eyes, just white pupils. And you could see the armor now on his chest is looks almost like a scale plating, but of like green leaf foliage growth.
Hi. I have seem to have gotten a little lost, and I'm trying to find my way back. Could you possibly help me?
You hear a voice enter your mind as you go to speak, as it goes to open its mouth. You just hear it. And it sounds not booming, but stern. And sounds like the voices of multiple, it sounds like multiple voices of multiple tones speaking at once. You dare return.
Yes. Who are you? I'm sorry. My name is Howard, and you are?
I am the Green Warden.
Ah, you're the Green Warden. Perfect. I tried to summon you earlier, but you never showed.
At that moment, I need you to make a dex save.
Oh.
You guys see
okay,
this
okay. Not bad.
Howard speaking off to this creature. What you roll?
Dex save 16.
Sweet, not high enough.
Think should we help him?
You guys see a tree sprout up from the ground behind him. And as it does, a vine. So it's like simultaneously, as a tree sprouts up, you see a vine drape from the tree, hook itself around Howard's neck, and pull him up 20 feet high.
That's a bit excessive, mate.
Oh no.
Make
Again.
a strength. I don't know if you want to make a strength save. As you feel the vine is now tightening. You shall not speak.
Gotcha. Roll the 2.
2?
Mhm.
It's 5 points of damage as you feel this kind of.
So I won't speak with my mouth, but I will talk in his mind if I can.
I'd like
and be
to,
like, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, while Howard's like starting to talk to this guy, or this is transpiring, I'm trying to like sneakily make my way towards what's going on.
Make a stealth check.
Oh.
Can't say I
Oh.
I stealthily sneak.
I don't care. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Boo on you.
I'm not even gonna roll contested. I can't.
So sneaky.
Let's just. Oh, so close to it at 20, but not high enough.
Just out of curiosity,
Yes.
if on my adventures is any of what's going on causing a big enough commotion that there would be like birds flying or whatever going on that Azoth would notice to be like, I need to go that way.
No.
Okay.
And it's more or less so Azoth, just for his reference, so he knows what he's looking for, if that's what is happening. Your understanding is that their interaction with the Green Warden happened days ago.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. We got this.
I'm on the same page. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you're pretty stealthily hidden, Remus. You creep in between some of the trees and grab some of the local foliage, throw it over yourself, not seeing a barrel in sight. You're just like, I gotta do this. I gotta find another way to pull this. You see a bush and you're like, right there. Tuck rolled. You're in a bush, and I could say you get probably within 50 feet of them. There's a bush behind the Green Warden that you're just like, okay.
Anthony, Finks is gonna kind of sneak with Remus too.
Okay.
Kind of further back and not as quickly.
Yeah. Okay. I need you to make a. You say you're trying to sneak too?
Yeah.
Make stealth check.
Okay. And I sent you a private message.
Oh, I saw it.
See that? Okay. 18.
Perfect. Okay. You're trying to following in Remus's steps. You feel that yours may not have been as stealthfully done, but this interaction looks like they're not paying any attention to you. Specifically, Remus, you know you're not being seen right now. You feel pretty damn good.
I would like to sneak attack then with my daggers of psychicness.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, God.
Before he does that too, we're just gonna talk to him and telepathically be like,
Yep.
Maybe we should restart on a different foot. I think we got off to a bad start here.
There is no restarting. You committed an act
Okay.
of horror. I am here to deal justice.
25.
Make another strength save.
9.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel this vine constrict more. All right. You are now also like 20 feet up in the air dangling.
Yep.
25? Yeah,
25.
That hits. That hits.
I rolled a 19. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. I hope I save
Nice.
Howard. Oh, God. 19 damage.
Jesus. Have you guys not had an encounter since leveling up?
Nope.
I got sneak attack on that.
Yes, you. I know you did.
That's why I don't. Other than that, that's.
I know. That's why I'm asking, because that's a lot of sneak attack damage.
It's an additional. Oh God.
Yeah. Okay.
What level are we?
You
We're
guys
level
are
5.
fifth. You guys are 5th level now.
Are you sure we're not 6th level?
Oh, I'm sure you're not 6th
I thought we
level.
hit 8th. I thought we hit 8th last time.
Warden guy's probably worth a lot of experience, though.
Yeah.
All right. How much damage you do?
I did. Oh God, now I have to do the math again. 19.
19. Okay.
Am I allowed to bonus action him or?
I'll let you bonus action real quick. It's not another sneak attack, though.
Yeah.
Sure. As part of your quick action,
Actually,
or
I retract that. I'm going to bonus action pull out one of my barrels and just have a barrel appear in a bush.
perfect. Yeah. That's so. Boom. You are
A barrel in a bush.
Arnold Bush. There we go. What are you doing, Howard?
After I see he gets hit, I'm going to reach down if I can and shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Make an attack roll.
All right. Where am I? Okay.
There really is no initiative here. This is just this is just reacting in the moment.
All right. So 24 for the first one, and 23 for the second one.
They both hit.
Sweet.
And you make 2 strength saving rolls, by the way.
Okay. See 10 damage on the first one, and 12 on the second, and then you said wisdom saving throws.
Strength.
Strength.
As you
17 on the first,
with
7 on the second.
With every energy of blasting,
Mhm.
Your Eldritch Blast, you feel even in between the you take 15 points of damage
Oof.
as this is getting tighter on your neck.
Yep. Howard's looking a little rough.
You guys see him now take a moment, and he does almost like a prestidigitation. I know I butcher that. And where he kind of had these blasted scorched marks on his chest. You see some new greenery has grown over it. As he now looks up and points his hand at you and starts to squeeze his hand, Vader style. Strength save.
15.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's cocked. That's a nat 20.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh. So 18 points of strength damage
Sweet.
as you
So-
feel the on your neck.
And Howard is going to be like, "You son of a." He's out.
You out?
I'm out.
All right. The minute he senses that, He looks up at it. Remus, because you can see out of the barrel. It's just it's illusion magic. It's like you're looking out. You could see this the Green Warden just let go of his hand, and the tree stays where it is. The vine breaks free, just snaps and kind of withers away, and Howard's body drops 20 feet. 2 death saves. Is it 2 death saves? Or is it 1? I'll say it's 1. You fail 1 death save as your body
Okay.
Oh
boom
my.
crashes and falls 20 feet limp on the ground.
Yep.
He then goes back and sits down on his bench. Picks up his sword, starts to clean it with the water, or starts to sharpen it.
Can Finks go over and give Howard a spare the dying real quick?
Does it have to be touch?
Yes.
Does? You can certainly try.
Yep, I go do that.
Okay.
While Finks is like I assume I can see Finks approaching.
Mhm.
I
I'm not
wanted
being sneaky, by the way. I'm just
yeah.
joking.
I want to use prestidigitation to make some sort of like rustling or like sound behind the warden, the opposite way of Howard and Finks.
Give me a deception check.
Yes.
Add your spellcasting modifier for it,
Yes.
which I think it's charisma. We go through this all the time.
Yes.
Sure, it's charisma.
So that's gonna be 18.
Ooh. You see him turn around into looking. He goes to look in your direction from where the daggers came from, and then he quickly hears a noise. In that moment, as he gets up off of the bench, he starts to walk over towards part of the tree line from behind him, off to the other direction from where Finks is walking from. Not
I
paying
have
him.
a question.
Yes.
Does he take his sword?
Oh yeah, no, his sword's. He's not leaving that there.
Did he
Okay.
take his whetstone?
Ooh.
Whetstone,
Might be regular, might be special.
he leaves it. Well, leaves the whetstone, but he walks over to where this noise is coming from. In what the tree line sees, walks off about 25 yards into the direction near the tree lines where there's a bush or something that this rustling noise came from. Howard, death save for me, man.
Six.
Howard's
so
looking hurt,
bad.
guys.
Well, now you can go spare the dying him at least.
Yeah.
At this point, Finks, you run up, tap,
Yay.
spare the dying.
Okay.
Woo.
He's out though.
What do you do after you tap him with it, though? Do you stay there, or do you kind of book back?
No, I'm gonna start approaching the bench.
Okay. You begin to approach bench. You're only about 10 feet from the bench.
Okay, yeah, I'll go sit there.
Okay.
Wait for him to come back.
I'm observing all of this from the barrel.
Got it.
Actually, I'd like to. I want to call it like Bugs Bunnying, but I basically just want to pick up my barrel and try and move to a closer bush to the bench. Actually, no. I'll pop the barrel off and then I'll sneak there and bonus action hide.
You can move with the barrel if you
Okay.
wanted to, but the barrel has been used.
Yeah.
One of them has been expended. So you're gonna keep it going? Or are you trying to just?
How long does it last?
I didn't put a time on it, did I?
No.
I took it as a
like
Like
reaction.
a minute?
I'll say a minute. Yeah, it's not super powerful. It's a minute long.
Yeah. So I guess I'll continue to use this barrel then and make my way to the closer bush.
You can dispel it with an action. You can turn it off if you want, but if you wish to keep it, you got it for a minute. Put a note in it for me just so I can
I'll
make
put
it
a
an
note.
official.
What? I'll dispel it and just go to the bush.
Okay. So you dispel it and you book it over to a different bush. Make another stealth check for me, please, because unless you're not being stealthy.
No, I am.
Oh yeah, make another stealth check because you openly attacked and you're moving and
I must roll the
sneak
die.
attack.
Oh, another nat 20.
Yeah.
This man, I don't know why he can't see me, but he can't see me. It's all the dream people. We're in the Matrix. What is the Matrix?
Can't
He's
wait.
the John Cena of the Feywild.
Episode title.
You quickly time it out, seeing the warden walk over to the different bush. You seen Finks walk over to the bench, and just very skillfully timed. Being used to the long game and not being used to hiding some of the quickly shifting your hiding places. You run, dive off of one bush, dispel the barrel. As you guys, Finks, you see out of the corner of your eye a barrel kind of fly through the air and disappear as a purple tiefling jumps and lands in another bush, making not a sound. You see at some point, probably a minute or so,
How far away am I now? Just so I know.
you would be 25 feet behind the bench.
Okay.
And roughly at this point, 75 feet away from the warden, as he has now turned around, looking over at you, Finks, begins walking back over, sits down, unless you're going to try and stop him, but he just, not aggressively, just sits down next to you. Looks over, he goes, "You may come out." As you see all these little augies go popping off from around the book, from around the rocks in the other direction, come walking over and kind of just like little chickens, kind of like, like the ducks that want to follow, like what's going on, curiosity wise, just like his face is very stoic, very emotionless, and thinks you heard him when he says that.
Okay.
Remus, you wouldn't have heard that. Him say you can come out. As these little loggies are running up and going, come over to him. He starts petting just one of them.
Do we see the one we were talking to earlier?
Make an investigation check or perception check as you're trying to see and look for him.
That is a 12.
You do. You see the one come over to you, and it takes a second as you're trying to look around for him. And he comes walking over and up to around to your side and pops up on the bench over next to you and just kind of sits next to you and just.
Okay. Can I give it the no? Well, I'm just gonna wait this out.
Okay. It the figure looks over at you and goes, "I am sorry for your friend." Looking over at the body, goes, "I am sorry for it, but he must die." As you begin to see thorns pop up and wrap themselves over the ground from where Howard's body is, and as it begins to like bind him in like thorned roots, and begins to kind of like tighten his body up and begin to like pull him into the ground a bit.
Oh shoot!
He has done a great dishonor. There is only one punishment for this.
I'm gonna like try and just like motion him to the tree line where we came from, and just kind of try to like walk and lead him.
Who?
The warden.
The warden? You're trying to just motion towards him?
Mhm.
And again, as I said, so these voices, like how Howard heard like multiple voices all at once, you're hearing the same thing. You know. And he's motioning you towards the tree line. So persuasion check.
Okay.
With advantage.
18.
18. Looking over at you and looking over at the little Augie next to you, you see a slight twinge, like it pained him to try to smile, and he quickly stopped it and walks over and follow you, and he begins to follow towards you. Show me what you will.
All right. I'll bring him back into the tree line to where I am.
Okay.
And yeah, I will dispel the illusion.
He looks over at as one of the as what he thought was referring to him as, he sees it kind of fade away.
And then I'll have the real Finks kind of pop out and apologize for being dishonest and deceitful. But I needed to know you were okay.
Tricks and illusions are not the smartest to play with.
I understand, but the risk was great. My friend, something has happened to him, and I need your help. He can't die here. This wasn't his doing.
Wasn't his doing. Did he not try to drown one of the creatures?
He did, but he told me of something in the water, some sort of skeletal king with a very expensive crown that wanted the creature. I think something happened to him, something with his mind. You can't.
That is. Go on.
You can't kill him. He is not. He is not ready. He's not of his mind. You need to save him.
That is not of my concern. With what dealings he made and with what visions he sees. Yet he is not my concern. My concern is that he committed an act of atrocity. He attempted to take a life in a most holy of places, a place that I guard most dearly.
Do you believe in the greater good, Mr. Warden?
It is my job to protect this forest for the greater good. And an act of death and evil brought upon by an entity or a vision or something dark and malevolent, such as you're saying, should be dealt with swiftly.
But what if I told you that is the only way we can meet you? And if we meet you, we can get rid of an even greater evil. One that really is at stake here. I understand the loss of life is tragic of one of these Augies. They're quite friendly. But there's a greater evil below called the Fomorians. And we need help. Without our friend, we don't stand a chance against them.
The Fomorians and the tribes to the north are a nuisance and are beginning to become more of a trouble. I know not what drives them in our direction. And alas, I am sorry. May your intentions have been dealt in righteousness in his own line of thinking. Your friend's actions be dealt in his righteousness in his own line of thinking. Regardless, a punishment was due.
I believe he was punished enough.
Make persuasion check. What? Okay, all right. While this is happening, while you're making persuasion, Remus, what's up?
Thank you.
So at the beginning of this conversation, I wanted to because you said he took him to the tree line. So how far away did they go? Like 50, 75 feet, like further?
They went back like the 50 yards to the tree line from where you guys kind of just first came in.
Cool.
Which
While Finks is leading him away, I would like to, in barrel, go to Howard, hopefully stealthily, or at least like wait till they're about halfway to start moving. And then I'd like to give him a health potion.
Okay. I'll let that. Yeah. Okay. Easily enough. You go over. You give him a health potion. Howard.
You get 6 hit points back.
All right.
Make a strength save, Howard.
Oh no.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Well, here. Okay. Let me say this one. Remus, you see that Howard is wrapped in thorny, thick roots that are currently constricting his body and trying to pull him into the ground. Do you still wish to give him the health potion? Just to think about this.
I mean, if I think he's unconscious, yeah, I'm still gonna give it to him.
So okay, fair enough. Okay.
But then after that, you're gonna see a barrel basically trying to carve roots.
Yeah. Perfect.
I'd want to go basically like the ground and his body. I just want to cut the base of all the roots around him. It's like they're still on top of him, but we're just cleaning.
100%. Yeah, I'm all for it. I love this. Sweet. So you what are you cutting it with as you administer a health potion?
My Shivanti cleric short sword. I'm not using the poison though, but it's a short sword. It's cool.
Fair enough. Howard, strength save, man.
Okay. I rolled a 15 on that.
Not strong enough, unfortunately.
Nope, that's fine. Now I have, after I leveled, gained a certain cantrip, Primal Savagery.
Oh.
So in my action of like waking up and realizing I'm bound,
Got it.
can I cast the Primal Savagery? So what happens is like I cause my teeth and fingernails to sharpen, and if I guess I can deliver a corrosive attack to it, but I can try to attack the thorns and rip them off of me or break them off of me.
Yes, I will let that happen.
Sweet.
After you take 2 points of piercing damage as the thorns, as you you look over, you see a barrel on top of you, kind of like, which you see in the inside of a barrel. Really, you see Remus. Which, so did you you disbanded the barrel when you dove, didn't you? You disengaged it. You turned it off.
Yeah.
Are you popping it up again?
No, I'm just here.
Okay, so you have Remus above you, cutting a little bit, and you are being pierced with these thorns pushing into you. Make a Constitution saving throw as the thorns pierce into your body.
Okay. 14.
14. All right. Cool. All good.
Sweet. So with my little sharpened fangs and teeth and everything, just gonna try to break the thorns off of me.
You start to rip the that off. Is it an attack, or is more like, did you gain a physical attack, or what is?
It is an attack.
Oh, yeah, I got this.
It's a melee attack.
It's melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. So is it? What is it? Just add it to your DC?
Well, it's my regular, I guess, +7 to attack, and then on a hit, it's 1d10 acid damage.
I see it. I got the giant
actually
TV up.
on 5th level, it's actually 2d10. So.
Oh yeah, you guys remember cantrip scale.
Yeah, they do.
Which, real quick, Mark, I know you. I don't know if you knew that or not, because you haven't been playing with much cantrips. Cantrips. So at levels, when you go to click them, they add dice at certain levels. So make sure you check that out. You're casting stuff. All right,
Is that
cool.
a character level or class level?
Character level.
Cool.
Yeah, character level. So every 5th, and then it goes up to 11th, and then 17th.
Mm-hmm. So, easy. I'd say that. Yeah, you whip it off, and you begin to actually make attack roll. You probably can hit it.
Yeah, 22.
Easily enough. You try to rip and roll damage just to see.
All right.
As you go to grab into, you have these claws and you kind of go to tear, and with the precision attack, you don't cleave yourself with the acid damage, which is nice.
It's 8 total points with both of them.
With the help of Remus, which I'm not going to even make you attack on it. It's just you cutting away with the sword, and with Howard ripping off, you begin to break free. Howard, I will say you notice that your feet and like below, like start, but like kneecaps and below are roughly about a half a foot in the ground and being like pulled into the ground. Like you're kind of like being pulled like in. So from the root, so you're trying to like, you're kind of leaning up and to take some moments to get up.
Yep.
While this is happening, Finks is talking to the warden. Does any Remus or Howard, are you guys doing anything real quick while this is happening?
I would like to cast Tensor's floating disc to try and help wedge Howard out of the ground, but also because I'm very paranoid of the ground now and want to be 3 feet above it.
Yeah. Smart. There we go. We got some people are playing D&D. I like this. You begin to cut, and as you're cutting, you have a flick of your tail, kind of flip up and start to do the somatic incantations for a Tensor's floating disc as you're cutting. And below you and Howard, the disc and breaks through the remainder of the bramble that is wrapping around Howard as he's ripping himself off. How long does your spell last for it? What is it?
Tensors?
No, the claws.
That is, it's just 1 action, it says.
Also, it just happens, do it, and then that's it? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Easy enough. You start to break free. Thanks. You trying to say anything else before the warden begins to look around?
Yeah. So persuasion check, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is a 14.
14. I'm sorry. And I understand it was with good intention. But no harm shall come to the oasis. And now that you are speaking to it, he is speaking to you directly. What I guess wasn't as booming sounding in your ears is now a little bit more louder, a little bit more with authority. You hear a magnitude of almost like an overtone of voices. That's the word I was thinking about. You hear an overtone of multiple bassy and just full flow of just different male voices and even a female voice or something a little more feminine in sounding, echoing through this intention into your mind.
Okay. Finks is going to cast the Malurgy spell and do the voice boom as well. And I'm going to hop up on a rock and get eye level with them.
Okay.
And say, I will not take no for an answer.
This one, he is fully distracted by you at this moment, not noticing Howard and Remus. Well, I'm sorry, but your friend is gone. He belongs to the Oasis now.
Are you going to help us with the Fomorians or not?
I plan to deal with them in my own time. I will not leave the forest unless they enter here. If you wish to go on a suicide run, that is your own choice.
Very well. If the Fomorians enter here, you'll deal with them.
I will. But as for your friend, he is mine. Or should I say, he belongs to the Oasis.
Fine.
Turning around and over, he sees now the disc floating over you there. Drop the body. Remus, you hear this voice echoing into your head as this being is calling towards you. No.
I'm just gonna start floating away. Like I didn't hear him. I'm just like floating a opposite direction around the oasis, or like.
Perhaps I should try a different method.
Because
And
you said I didn't understand him, so I'm just pretending I still don't understand him.
Beautiful. Nat 20.
Oh,
Remus. Deck save.
well, okay. I hope for the best.
All these trees.
Come on.
Man, he's got one job. And you guys, like, be more careful with Howard, guys.
I tried.
I know.
I'm using my side eye.
Please.
In Howard's defense, it was nothing personal.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But guess what? He like...
I have to do math. Hold on. 23?
You see another tree spout up right in front of where the disc is. And as the disc goes to push into it, you quickly dive off as you see another one of these knotted noose of vines lash up from it, just diving out as you're like, whoa, that would have hurt.
I repositioned the disc under me and I'm floating again.
Do you all have a death sentence? Death wish.
Why did you do that? I yell from wherever I am as I just continue floating away.
Leave
I just want to. I thought this was a safe place. I just want to see the pond.
Then see the pond and leave the body.
But it's not dead.
Can I just pretend that I'll never come back again? Thanks. As we float away.
It looks over at you, Finks, and goes, he lives.
I told you no.
Isn't your rule no harm supposed to come at the oasis?
No harm shall come to the oasis and its inhabitants. You are all outsiders.
Well, he was just reborn here because he was dead.
I did die.
I
Persuade
just
Persuade
want
my
to.
sentence.
Finish your sentence, Remus. What were you going to say?
I just want to see the water.
Persuasion check for me. With advantage.
Okay.
Howard, would you have did you speak it was that just out of character? Would you have been like, I just wanted to see this? Was that real?
No,
was-
like, oh yeah, no, Remus would have said that, but Howard would have been like, I did serve my sentence. I did die.
$23.
Yeah.
You see him look over at you, thinks, please come with me. Maybe I acted irrational.
You think?
Hold on here.
Yes.
I'm going to actually cast the silence spell on Howard. After that outburst.
You get a point of inspiration.
Cool.
100%. 100%. Finally, some sense. You guys should have shut him up sooner.
I'm going to hop off the rock and follow him.
You walk next to him and you see that where he steps now, life just kind of prospers in him. Like with every step, there is no indent and like deadened grass. The grass just kind of taking a look and it just kind of it flourishes in his presence. As he's walking, it looks more illustrious, more full of life too. And as he walks up towards Remus, do you stop or are you still trying to walk off on the disc or float away? Real quick.
I'd start. Well,
he's walking with Finks.
Hold on.
next to you.
I have a few questions, and by questions I mean I need to
Yes.
see what I know. And
Of
I just
course.
typed spells into the search bar, and that means nothing for me.
No. Go D&D Beyond. Next to actions, click spells.
Yeah. So silence. I can't search it.
Oh, you meant.
Oh, so I can read it for you real quick.
Oh,
Is it so? My question is it like an object or a point of place?
It's a creature or object, 20-foot radius around them. You can't hear or speak. No noise goes in. No noise goes out.
So if he's on the disc with me, I can't really say anything or do anything either or hear anything.
Not within 20 feet.
Yeah.
You
So
walk away from him, you're good.
Well, we're on this. I'll just float us towards you guys, thinking it's a point because I don't know the silence spell.
Mhm.
That was kind of where I was at. I was like, do I understand this enough?
I mean, I say you do
Float
understand.
towards.
Yeah, you
It off.
understand this because with you guys adventuring in a party, you would be familiar with each other's spells. By this point, at some point, you guys kind of get the gist of how each other's classes work. You begin floating your way back and kind of meeting. You're slowly approaching the bench. As he walks over to the bench next to you, Finks, he goes, "Please sit and let's speak."
Okay.
Looks over at you, Howard. "Shut up."
I turn off the silence spell, by the way.
I was gonna say I'm
When
gonna
it's time to-
telepathically talk to him and be like, telepathically, yes, I'll shut up. I won't say another word. Starting right now, I won't say another word. Go ahead,
Exactly.
talk. You may talk.
Useless on you.
Because of Howard, does he eventually stop messing with him?
Yeah,
and is-
I will
okay.
eventually stop. Yeah. I won't.
I'll
antagonize
say-
too much.
I'll say, just for to kind of like survey the scene, he's not the best. He's not the most excited that Howard is currently alive. He is looking at him really pissed off. Kind of like you should be dead right now. And if you don't be careful, you are gonna be dead. He's giving you this just like, you be quiet. But he's slowly, it's kind of like he looks like he was worked up and he's slowly trying to remain and contain his composure. And he's almost just fighting multiple, just kind of like he's fighting himself. Make insight checks if anyone wants to.
22.
9.
Thinks he looks like he's kind of like fighting through multiple voices and almost like multiple personalities, kind of trying to speak out. And he's there is a death charge owed. He should be dead. Yet you saved him. Looking over at you, Finks. I don't miss much in the forest. And the Augies do like you. So I'm willing to give you a task for his life.
Okay. What kind of task?
It is not no easy task by any means. And one that you probably won't survive, which is why I'm okay with letting him walk out of the oasis alive.
I look over to Howard.
Is
Seems
he
fair.
worth it?
He'll make it worth it.
I think I'm worth it.
Yellow coat man.
Tree man.
Bite your tongue. He's being very serious. He's looking very, very fucking serious at you, Howard.
I know.
That's a mighty fine sword you have there.
Thank you.
Okay, look,
It comes with the job.
Mr. Green Warden.
Hmm.
I just
All
want
right.
to apologize and say,
With this,
Yes, we
the
got
minute
off-
you,
Yep, go ahead.
Howard, the minute you begin to speak, he walks over towards you, just so you
Mhm.
know.
Yep.
Okay? Wish to
Yep.
keep speaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands up, like, hey, no harm done, no harm, no foul type of a deal thing. Like, yeah, you know. Um, obviously we got off on the wrong foot, and I was just trying to get your attention. I didn't kill him.
Begins
But-
reaching in his into a pouch in his pocket off the side of his pants. He's listening
Yep.
to you.
Yep. Please don't wrap me up in tree vines anymore.
I won't.
I am willing to do whatever to make amends for your oasis and your forest around here. I deeply apologize if I have meant any infraction against you. We were just trying to draw your attention.
Understood. Walks over to you, Howard. Are you laying on the disc still, or are you standing up, or what?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the disc.
Sitting on the disc.
Mhm.
He walks over to you and goes to grab at your neck. Make a dex save.
Okay.
It's forceful with intention. He's not stopping.
20, not natural.
20.
Mhm.
Natural. Okay. He misses your neck. Quickly wraps his hand back around and grabs your arm, and you see him slap it's almost like, remember those slap bracelets?
Mhm.
Kind of just one of those to your shoulder. And it is essentially like a slap bracelet in thinness, but it is a giant long strand, almost like a giant strand of like a grown piece of grass blade
Okay.
as it wraps around. There. Looks over at you, Finks. Well done. I hope he is worth it.
So anyway, the task.
Yes. There is a dragon.
I
That
look over
has-
at Howard like really mad.
There is a dragon known as the Frigid Snap. It has been entering the forest and attacking the beasts and the game and the wild creatures. I need it to be killed. I was trying to take care of this on my own, hunting it and waiting for it to enter the forest when I felt the distress from the oasis, which brought me here, losing my advancements. I charge your party with the death of this dragon. Whether the dragon dies or he dies, the choice is yours. What do you say?
I look over to Remus. Look for some sort of approval, or maybe not.
So,
Clarification: Are our lives on the line here?
Yeah. So we'll break it and be like, all right, so what's up?
Like if Howard dies, and we're just like, all right, later, and we run away. Is it over? We're good. We don't have to kill the dragon anymore.
If
Or are
If
we're all
the-
putting our lives on the line for this?
Howard's gonna look at Finks like, what the fuck?
whether you all go and kill the dragon or his body or his dead body returns back to the oasis
We accept
and stays here.
one condition.
yes, we would like you to get us out of this realm or wherever plane we're on and back to our own, or at least the last one we were at. I've been to like 4 in the last what I assume is a month.
Telepathically, I'm gonna talk to Finks real quick too and be like, if we do take this on, we also need the help of Azoth. If he can either find a way to bring him to us, or if we can find him, this isn't gonna work without him.
Howard, I was going to ask for an Augie.
Oh yeah, and Augie too.
You might as well ask for both.
Priorities are straight, guys.
3 conditions.
What do you
we
wish?
request passage home. We request our friend Azoth and we request an Augie.
I by no means have to send you home. That was not a part of the deal, of the demands. His life is your reward in killing the dragon. Persuasion check with advantage because the Augies are coming up to you, you mentioning them.
All right, 22 and
Yeah.
less than that.
Well, still one for the natural. Perhaps if you return alive and one of them wishes to leave with you, that is their own choice. I am not their master. I am their protector. And protector, he just glares at Howard. He is death staring you with that.
All right. Well,
As for your friend, he is on his way.
yes.
Perception checks.
Natural one. No, he's not.
12.
I got a perception. 13.
13. You see him pull his sword out and kind of wave it, kind of like just in a spell casting fashion, and slams it into the ground.
Howard's gonna back up.
Yeah, he doesn't take no mind to it. It's okay. You can your move since this.
Mhm.
He's not afraid. He feels like you understand his motives now. You understand his authority. Slamming into the ground, you see a split slightly, not like large, in the ground where his blade hits and it cracks a little bit. And you start to hear almost like whatever he slammed into caused a riff in the forest. Is he'll find you.
All right. Very well.
Wait, what does that mean?
So like it's almost like
No, I'm asking in character.
Oh.
Like I just see a giant rift appear in the front
Ground.
of me, and he's like, "He'll find you." What do you mean?
I've tapped into the magic of the forest. When he reaches it, he'll be able to reach you.
So is this taking us to that dragon thing then?
No. The dragon from here, and he begins to point in a direction. He goes, follow the forest until it reaches a tundra. You'll find the dragon there. Listen for its calling. It's been crossing over from the say exact terms. It's the only thing bad about not having it written. It has been crossing over from where it's been crossing over from the Vale of the Long Night into our forest.
I'm gonna try to like wave and get his attention. Like,
100%. Yeah.
thank you. I can talk again.
No. No. He looks over at you with your. Can't speak.
Am I allowed to speak? Okay.
No, he's not letting you. You cannot verbally speak. For all intents and purposes, this band is restricting your verbal.
Okay.
Your verbal.
Okay, that's fine.
Motion.
So then telepathically.
Telepathically, I'll speak for you.
I'll talk to Finks then. Ask him what kind of dragon. If it's an ancient, a young one, how bad are we talking?
Howard wishes to know what type of dragon this is, how old it is.
Old? It is but a youngling, yet still vicious. Yeah.
Howard also wants to know what color this dragon is.
Well, it's made its home in the in the Vale of the Long Night, which is a frigid tundra. So I would presume, if he knows anything about dragons, that he should prepare to meet a white dragon.
Howard also wants to give most of his share of the dragon's hoard to Finks once we're done killing it.
I look
Oh,
over. at
no,
Finks like,
that's just absurd. I would like some of that share if we're getting Howard's share here.
I'm sorry, I speak for Howard.
Well, all right, that's fair, I guess. So
I was gonna be like the entire meme where he's like,
Howard. Well, I'll ask this when we're moving away from this guy. I guess we're going through this portal rift.
No portal. So what he did. So the sword in the ground kind of just was his way of casting and shifting the magic of the land. You don't see no portal or nothing. He just kind of points in the far direction of the forest, and he lets you know that you'll journey, and you'll know you're close when the forest becomes wintry, and you'll know when you've crossed into the night vale, right? The Vale of the Long Night, when you reach its tundra. Be wary of the Pale Prince, though, for his heart has grown cold, and he does not take well to others entering his domain.
This sounds familiar for this realm. Should we leave? Like, do we go now? I'm assuming everyone's pale in the cold, but like, is there, we have like a crown or a name tag?
So like, are you asking like who the?
I'm asking if we do come across this guy, is there anything like distinguishing that will let us discern he is the Pale Prince?
Oh yes. First you will see his icy castle, which he does not come down from from often. But he will be aware of your presence. So make your presence there quick and swift. For if you spend too much time, he will come for you. And you don't want to go to his castle, for it is an icy fortress of death.
I'm gonna telepathically to Finks again. Just to be clear, this is two separate entities, the dragon and the Pale Prince, right?
The prince isn't a dragon, is he?
Oh, no. The prince was a son of the queen of the summer court. His heart turned sour when he became lustful for an individual, and she said no to him, sent him on an depressive, icy state. He's taken up residence in the Vale of the Long Night.
Is he friendly with this dragon?
I do not know, for I do not leave the forest.
You know a lot of gossip for someone that doesn't leave the forest.
Most know of the Pale Prince. He is his mother and her court are welcomed guests here when they wish to be.
Telepathically again to Finks. And that doesn't freeze his plants around here? Like, I would think that would be bad for the forest there.
I see this look on Howard's face as he's looking at things. We should leave now.
Finks isn't going to ask that question.
All right. So just basically what he kind of relays to you is it's White Dragon. You're charged with killing it. It is a young dragon. It is to the northwest of the oasis, and the forest, which is like a pine forest that you're in, it'll become a wintry. It'll start, like a winter forest, and you'll soon cross into a tundra. You'll find the dragon wherever you will be in that. He does not know where the dragon itself's lair is, as he cannot leave the forest. If you wish to find help, what was that?
Do you think we'll go get to the wintry forest through a wardrobe?
Probably not. um, but good luck, because he was merely trying to hunt it from it entering the Fey Forest, and you all disturbed it. So this dragon is now still out on the loose, and he is not willing to go with you to kill it, as he is staying by the oasis now, feeling that this is where he is needed most, knowing that you guys will go. Looking over at you, Howard, he goes, I'll know if you succeed or not. For if you die, that band will pull you here. And he looks over at the spot where the brambles cut up lay and goes, and that is where you will return.
I'm gonna point to that area like,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, not for nothing. Can we get some of those teleporting bands too, or do you want the dragon to eat us?
Do you wish to speak?
I mean, I just didn't know if you had a different version of it.
Oh no. There is no
Okay.
these bands are no magical item of teleportation. They are a
Oh,
countermeasure.
I'm so sorry.
It's all
This place is kind of weird. Do you have anything that'll help us, or like, are you just gonna scoot us off here? Like, I know you can't give us a sword or the stone you were wetting it with, but like, I don't
You
know
wish
if you
for the
got a potion
stone.
on you. I don't know what it does, so I really have no use for it. I think Finks might want it.
Is but a whetstone for sharpening a blade. How is do you sharpen yours? I saw you pull it out.
Not especially.
No?
I mean, I can't. Can I? You mind if I borrow it real quick?
Here, hands you over. It is a simple whetstone.
All right, I'll sharpen my blade with it.
Sure. Sharpen your blade. A nice sharp blade.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for the whetstone. I think we should really leave now.
Yeah. He basically pointed you in the right direction and says you'll know when you look for a dragon, find and investigate and try and look for it. I have no equipment, no further items to help you. Your friend chose to harm a creature of the oasis on his own. So too you shall kill this dragon.
How will we find you when we're done?
Come back to the oasis. If you get there, you should be able to find your way back here. You are knowledgeable of tracking. Are you not?
I mean, I'm not really.
I'm an excellent tracker, Remus.
I was just saying I wasn't. I'm sorry. You are good at you. You do lead us the way well.
Well, return here when you're done, and we'll see about we'll see about how the Augies take to your presence then.
Anthony, can I kind of leave something behind here for like a locate object type spell, or just like memorize this bench we're sitting at, or something prominent of the oasis that we've seen both times?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to like take a mental note so we can maybe hang our way back if need be.
Yeah, we'll say you see a couple of the stones that are sitting on the boulders that build up to this little cascade, this like smaller waterfall area. And looking over it, you see a very particular stone that looks kind of just has this unique shape to it. And you go, all right, this should do. And you just kind of just drop it in the water, hoping that it'll just stay in there. So you could return back. But so you guys begin your journey, start trekking in a northwestern direction.
I'm gonna thank the warden for his mercy and leave.
Thanks. I'm assuming you guys have all shared names by this point.
I haven't yet.
You haven't? You
Although
didn't
I
share
have
names?
called you, although I have called you Remus in conversation, and I say,
Oh, then yeah. I haven't introduced myself formally, but I assume he knows.
I guess you guys said, yeah, I think our names are all out there.
So Nate, he looks over to you for the first time now, addressing you personally. Thanks. Don't thank me for mercy. Thank yourself. And thank your friendship for the wildlife. I take note of it.
I'm gonna make a quick little duplicate. Thank you, thanks, and then dispel it. And
Okay.
leave.
Uh,
I'm just kidding.
you begin journeying off in the direction of the woods. He goes, be mindful, for the dragon is entering the forest for hunting. It is attacking savagely, which I'm not too fond of. Be on the lookout, and good luck. You guys go off on your journey, start trekking. Do you guys do anything?
At
I leave a
some
note for
point in
Azoth.
Yeah, I was gonna say at some point in between, Howard's gonna take one of the healing salves that he has just to
Mhm.
kind of buff up a little bit.
Okay. Take a healing salve.
Yep.
I'll say if you don't want to waste a healing salve, you guys could essentially said that would have been a short rest. I'll let
Okay,
you save.
perfect.
I'll let you
I'll do
save it. I'll let you save a healing salve. That was a very much he wouldn't have done if you're relaxing and resting. He wouldn't have paid attention to that. You're fine. You're learning your lesson. He is speaking with Finks. He's speaking with Remus.
But did I? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know, man. You tell me. You
For
guys
now.
begin off trekking. Make survival checks as you are trekking off. And what are you looking for? What are you doing amongst this?
Every
You guys-
couple steps, I want to see if it's any colder. Go that direction.
Okay.
I got a 20. I'm just trying to trudge along.
Okay.
I've got a strong 12.
A strong 12.
I'm gonna be convinced I'm going the right way here.
10.
Over the course of 2 or 3 hours, as it is now reaching 4, 5 o'clock, maybe you don't know exactly because as you look up in the sky to try and, it's been about a day's journey so far of you guys walking and having met with the Green Warden. It is slightly darker, but it never comes to complete nighttime, you notice, in your past day here. It sort of just gets just to the point where the night sky is that low hue of pink. And then when you come to wake up in the morning, it is now vividly brighter. So it's slowly getting darker. And Azoth, make perception checks.
You ready?
Yeah.
Nat 20 plus 7.
You hear after 2 days of trekking as a wolf, you hear as you see birds in the trees.
I go towards it.
Cool. I can just assume it. I love it. Go towards it, and you journey for another 2 or 3 hours, just full paced. Well, you are. Oh snap! How many times can you be shape a day?
Technically, because I do have that bracelet of quick change, I can get 3.
Okay.
I can get 3, and then they would recharge after a rest.
Okay. Throughout the course of expending your B shapes, you pick up speed. As a wolf just. You guys see, just as it's hitting 4:30, 5 o'clock, about 2 or 3 hours past leaving the warden, this wolf come rushing up with a bony skull-looking mask on its face, with these runic glowing carvings on its paws. You come walking up. You can see a small, slight mohawk on the wolf's head approach. Azoth, you see your party. Found your friends.
Oof.
You guys are in a pine deciduous forest. The grass is still have this glimmering hue to it with a wondrous luster almost. Make survival checks. And make perception checks in the same time, in the same moment.
1622.
18 survival, 16 perception.
I got a 6 and an 8.
7 and a 6.
All right, you guys all see Azoth clearly running up on you as likewise as he sees you all. Real quick, what were the survival checks?
16.
16. Good.
7.
Okay.
6.
Got it.
18.
Okay. Remus and Howard, I need you to make wisdom saving throws as you're wandering off, seeing this wolf approach, going, all right, maybe we're on to into the right direction. Kind of looking around.
14.
9.
Strong 9.
Strong
Strong.
9. You begin to feel a sense of something is watching you creep again back into your head, but slowly wash away as your party is now reunited together. What do you guys do? Is 5 o'clock approaching a supper-ish time?
I say, hey guys, word has it you're gonna die, and then there's this huge party that's going on too.
Oh. Well, I have a slight correction. We signed you up too.
So I'm gonna die too.
So, I mean, it's all fair that we also get invited to your party.
Oh yeah. There's a long line though, so I mean, if we don't die, we can go party. Huge party of the season.
Party first. Better chance of getting to the party that way. Actually, Anthony, are we on a time crunch here?
You can tell, I'll say, he didn't exactly give you a time crunch, but I'll say he stressed the urgency that this is what you are meant to do or else your friend dies. There is no do it as you please. It is, if you wish for him to not die right now, you're going to go do this.
What'd I miss? How much? Why isn't he not? Oh.
I'm going to telepathically talk to Azoth. Yeah, so I can't talk verbally, but I can still talk to you in your mental. And we need to go fight a dragon?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Quick note though, and then how does that actually work? Is it one at a time or can I do to everybody? Hold on. All right, so it says like I can speak to any creature within 30 feet. Does that include like everybody if I see them all, Anthony? Or do I have to do it like one at a time? How would you roll that?
See, it's in your features right now. I'm looking at your page right now because I had a
Yeah.
feeling you were going there.
Awaken mine.
Let me double check real quick because this is a big difference because that's a very powerful spell like effect. That's just
Right.
straight up. Awaken mind. Okay. Let's see real quick. No, not there.
While he's checking this out, why don't you awaken your mind to Oogie Games
There
at
it is.
2406 Military Road at Niagara Falls. Go check them out. Buy, use, new games. Check them out. Oogie Games.
Sell your games, repair your games. Oogie Games.
Oogie.
I like Oogie Games. I got a PS2 from Oogie Games.
Nice.
I'm playing it.
What are you
So-
playing?
Burnout 3.
Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. All right. So I'm going to call it, unless we can find it rules is written that it states it otherwise, just because
Mhm.
like telepathy is like, that's a specific feature, like something that Remus can do, like with the
Yep.
awaken, like with him. That's very specific to where it designates this many people. Your awakened mind is a two-way with
One at a time.
it's one way with
Okay. It's fair enough.
one person, because or else that's going to become broken, because at that
Yeah, yeah,
point, you know.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. So I'll basically catch Azoth up on what kind of happens. I try to gain the attention of the warden by almost drowning an Augie, not fully. I brought him back, just to be clear, but apparently the warden doesn't see it that way. So now we are sent on a quest to go kill a dragon and make penance for my mistake.
And you can't talk.
And I can't verbally talk; it's all mental.
At the moment, real quick, you don't know what an augie is, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
You have no idea that is.
Yeah, I'll just,
Oh,
I'll just nod
those
my
are
head
the little
off.
raptor thingies that was following us, the chickens.
Oh, these things, and I'll pull out the feather and the dust from my bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just don't let the warden see you with that.
no, no. Okay.
You're like, oh shit. Hide it.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Remus. You guys good?
I think so.
Good. Okay.
I think we're going to kill a dragon. Oh, Howard, I know you can't talk, but do you think the frigid woe antidote would help us at all against this weird prince guy or the dragon?
I was thinking that, but I don't know because I think that's just specific for this curse.
Why is his mouth moving?
And then I realized that I'm like, oh,
Old
shit,
habits.
yeah, mental. Yeah, mentally. I don't know. I was thinking that, but I think that's just specific to that curse.
Wait, there's a prince?
He's apparently really sad because some girl didn't like him, and now he's staying in the lone night or the long night.
The
Castle?
The Night of the Long Veil.
Night of the Long
Veil of the Long Night.
Veil
sorry.
of the Long Night. Ugh.
I had that backwards.
But yeah, he might see us, so we have to like sneak in to get the dragon. Or I don't know. I just thought of this now. What if we just kind of stake out the fringe of the two forests and just try and bait the dragon to us?
But then we can't get the treasure.
You make a good point.
Or I'm going to
What?
telepathically to
Oh.
Finks. Finks, you can speak for me. What if this is a tale as old as time? We find his lover that rejected him, and we convince her to fall in love with him. It'd be like a beauty type woman dealing with an ice cold beast, and if you can warm his heart enough to
With a
turn
Cool
him
Island
into-
song?
yeah, maybe we could fix that.
I
Howard
didn't hear
wants to
it.
find a beautiful lady.
Who's his
He
girlfriend?
told me a lot of things. I don't quite remember the rest of it.
Apparently, everyone but us knows in this realm that some girl broke his heart. That we didn't get a name. Finks though, I don't know what the lady has to do with this. I feel like we can just follow the dragon back to its lair, maybe if we lure it here and then follow it back so we get the treasure still and then kill it.
Okay. I like this plan now.
Or back to Finks again. You can relay this to the group. If the warden can't leave the forest, we can. Who's to say we have to kill the dragon? We can just leave the forest and then try to find another way out of here.
I don't. What?
But treasure.
Okay, that's
What
fine.
do you say? Fink, what about the treasure? Yes,
Howard's being selfish.
What's he want?
I'm gonna
his life
telepathically
apparently.
this is gonna get annoying real fast. I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
find a
it,
way
it
to break that
totally
off.
is. I know, man.
Yeah,
Out
no,
of
it's all
game,
good.
just so you know, Finks is going to miscommunicate just about everything he can. So
Yep.
be wary.
Checks out. Checks out.
Finks, what do you mean we're going to get the treasure? What's Howard being selfish about?
All right, so I'm telepathically gonna tell Remus,
Oh.
like, okay, what if the warden only has like he's stuck in the forest basically?
He said he
So
wanted to not get the treasure, and his
if we
life was
can
more
leave
important.
if we can leave the forest, the warden can't get to us from there, and then we can just find another way out and not have to deal with the dragon.
Can I think back to you? Is that how this works, or is it one way, or is it like walkie-talkie?
I
mean,
think
either-
it's just one way. You can understand what I'm saying to you telepathically, but you
Okay,
have to
I'm just
speak
gonna
it
talk out loud at you then.
Yeah.
But what about that thing that's on you that's supposed to bring you back to those thorns? Like, won't he?
Two-way.
Okay,
It is.
I'm still
okay.
I'm just going to talk at him still. But won't that he know where you are? Like, I don't know how that works. I don't know how to get rid of that. It looks like it's on pretty good there.
Would I know
don't
how?
know either.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on, real quick. I retract it. It is one way.
Yeah.
I misread something. It is clearly one way. But
Would I have any idea as to the thing if it's druidic or whatever in nature?
on his arm,
Yeah.
make I'll let you make a nature check if you wish
Okay.
to, or because of the style of druid of you being an alkalite, I'll let you make a religion check too if that's different if you wish to. But nature or religion.
It's both the same.
Hmm.
Non-nat 20.
This looks similar to like kind of like a druidic magic where this is a piece of grass essentially. There's nothing constructed about this. There is nothing. It's not like a wizard cast a spell and put some magical components. It's more or less whatever this is imbued with the energy from like the ground and like the forest and like nature itself. And it similar to druidic magic.
We better not mess with that.
But do you think there's a way it could go away? Like, do you think because his plan is to leave through another plane of whatever area we're in, do you think that if we leave through another way, it'll go with it or stay here or he'll get hurt?
It's
This
nature.
this looks very high leveled.
He is literally one with nature right now, and nature is everywhere. He is bonded with nature.
Well, that's balls.
It's clear tether. To where you don't know directly, Azoth, but he's clearly bonded and tethered to something.
Well, but I guess we should probably go kill this dragon then.
You killed a dragon before, though, didn't you?
I got very, very lucky. I happened to have a very elusive compound that turned the dragon to gold because our other person, yes, I know this all sounds crazy. This other person in our party slit a slit in the front of its neck, and I just dumped the potion in and just turned gold all the way around. I don't have any more of those potions though. That's why
you have the icy thing though, the blue death.
that's what you're on the same page as me too. Except I was thinking use the antidote because they're cold things. But I like using the potion first of the frigid woe.
Let's go.
I could try that, but I don't know if he's resistant to the cold. Telepathically to Remus.
For sake of brevity, we'll say that Howard, when you speak, just say who you are speaking to, and we'll just assume that they relay. Unless Remus is like, no, I'm gonna fuck with him too. Thanks. You say what you want, but we can say that if you want to, it is easy enough.
Sure.
Okay. Yep. Oh, this is fun.
But in character, if you feel like you would say otherwise, please, by all means.
If anything's like too lengthy, I'm gonna lose parts of it. Maybe important parts, maybe not. If anything is advantageous to me, I may or may not try to get away with it. We'll see.
That's why Finks is getting Howard's treasure from this dragon horde.
Howard looks at them
Also-
both again, like, the fuck.
All right. Well, guys, before we wrap up, let me say, are you guys betting down? It is roughly, I'll say, time scale. It feels something like 5:30 ish. Would you travel more? Or would you be like, this is enough for today? Hard to decide this.
Is Azoth tired? He's been running for many days.
I could probably use a good night's sleep.
Then we could stop here.
I could
All
too.
right.
We'll rest early.
All right. You are in the middle of a pine forest with these giant trees that are, with the trunks that are 25 feet around, some 30 feet around, some 50 feet around. Now, as you're getting a little bit more out of where the oasis is. Any specific thing that you guys would bed down or set up camp? What are you guys doing to set up camp?
Howard will probably set up his little bedroll. But at some point, he's going to look at the siphon dagger.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I've mentioned about attuning to it or if it is something to attune to. Howard's going to try to attempt that.
Okay. You can attempt to. Let me see real quick. Let me look at your character sheet. Almost positive you can't. Attempting to attune to it. You are unable to attune to it.
Okay.
I don't know if attunement would tell you. Would you be able to? Oh no, you. Yeah, no, you wouldn't know. You try to attune to it, and unfortunately, you don't feel anything coming from it.
Okay.
Do you have the
I can
pendant
bet-
or the necklace on with you?
I have the necklace as well. I have 2 necklaces and I have 2 of the daggers.
Okay. No.
But I had them in my coats because at that time I didn't want anybody to know I was part of the siphons. All right.
No attunement is connected.
Okay.
Because let me see your spells real quick. What do you know? Yeah. No attunement.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you guys bedding down? Are you guys underneath the tree, out in the open? Are you trying to make a tent or a camp, or what are you guys doing as far as the setup? Because you guys are out in the forest. Before, you guys always had a kind of a place to stay. This is one of the first times you guys are just out there. So what are you guys doing? Because you're out in the open. Essentially, you're out. It'd be like you guys going out camping in the Adirondacks and being like, "We're gonna sleep here." What are you guys doing? Like, you're out in the forest.
Are there any like caves or like overhangs or anything like that?
Make perception check as you're looking around for something.
20.
A 20. So looking around, you don't see any caves here, unfortunately. You see the pine trees that are there. The pine trees, the bottom of like where the branches shoot out, are roughly 30 feet up from where you all are. So you possibly could be under a pine tree. But apart from that, that's just kind of the only bit of an overhang of like a top shelter that you would have.
Anything we could like hypothetically climb up and stay in a tree? Anything accommodating to that?
They're all pine trees. I mean, you could most certainly try to climb a pine tree, but you have to just kind of deal with them. Maybe we'll have to break some branches and clear away some pines. The branches off the pine trees are pretty thick. Like you could easily make your way up there, but pine needles. So that would be an issue that you'd have to take care of.
All right.
Do you wish to try and go on?
Yeah, I'm gonna just rest up against the base of the tree where it comes down to the ground. I'll find a spot and just kind of curl up and lay down into it.
Cool.
Like
Just dig a little hole.
like a deer.
Got it. All right. You kind of sit down, pop a squat, start grinding, start kind of like stamping and stomping your feet into the ground and kind of just pushing it out enough so you kind of make a little bit of like a spot for yourself and just kind of get nice and tight and you're cozy. Finks, do you want to try and climb a tree so you're not on the ground?
No, I'm gonna dig a hole kind of like under a root a little bit.
Okay. We're running off that 20. You find on the opposite side of the tree from where Azoth had kind of positioned, there's this big gnarly root, a series of roots, a couple of them actually kind of coming, kind of like growing up and out of the ground. And there is a little bit of like a burrow or a nest already there set.
Oh, perfect.
It doesn't look like it's being used currently, too. So it's kind of like, ooh, something may have used it at one point, but it's empty.
Well, either way.
What's everyone else doing? Howard, are you just bedrolling it next to Azoth or next to Finks?
Yeah, he'll set the bedroll up like near the group, but he's gonna kind of walk off a little bit. Not too far away or anything, and he's going to attempt to do a dispel magic on the band thingy on him and see if that does anything.
Okay.
This is just him being like curious to see like what he can try to get away with or do.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. While he's walking away, since we get after long rest spell slots and everything, kind of like everything goes back to 0, right? Like anything.
Yeah,
else.
it resets after a long rest.
So as he starts to walk off, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on Howard, just to kind of give him a little bit extra
Sweet.
buff.
Okay. You see the pass. Is that from your circle?
No, that's
Or is that from the book?
Wood elf magic. It's part of my.
Okay. All good. Feeling kind of connected to this forest slightly, being a wood elf. You kind of put your hand out a little bit and kind of just do a little bit of an incantation and moving of your hand, and you see some of these leaves kind of just brush up on the ground and kind of covering the path of where Howard was walking from, the little bit that he was making, and you feel that he's a little bit more hidden, and if there were any animals or any creatures in sight, they may not look at him, we'll say. Just for the magic's sake. They're not going to notice him. Remus, what are you doing while this is all happening?
I'm just gonna sleep under a pine tree.
I'm just going to sleep? Are you sitting next to Finks or Azoth? They're underneath one of the trees. Are you going to a different tree or?
No, I'll go to the same tree.
Same
tree.
Sweet.
There's 3 dudes under a tree.
You know, what can go wrong? Go to get under the tree. Is anyone doing anything for like a camping or like a night routine or anything while Howard is doing this? No?
Give Howard a little kiss on the forehead and tuck him in.
See, well, he's walking away. Howard, you go to cast Dispel Magic. Real quick. It requires a verbal and somatic component.
Ouch town population, you bro.
Okay, fair enough.
So as you go to cast it,
okay,
there's a kind of realization of you can't speak the verbal components to a spell currently.
If only you were a sorcerer.
If only. It's okay. So feeling frustrated after he realizes, he's going to grab out the siphon dagger, knowing that he's not attuned to it. He's still going to try to attempt to cut it off of him and see if that does anything.
I'll let you make an attack roll at it.
Okay.
If you want to. But if you fail, it gets a little dangerous. Or if you want, you can try to carefully slide up the dagger and use a dex check. I'll let you do
basically
either.
what I'm doing. Like I'm just trying to like slide it through to see if I can like pop it or whatnot.
Okay.
Being careful. Like he's trying to test his limits to see like how far he can get away with it.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it's just like a regular dagger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a 9.
9. You slide the dagger up underneath your arm, and you go to cut and try to snip the branch or this like band of leaf that is wrapped around.
Mhm.
And as you go to cut at it, you it's not so much you cut and you just missed. It was more like you went to go cut and the band was just so like it's almost like cutting at a steel or not steel, almost like a nylon that won't slice. Like you cannot cut it.
Gotcha.
And you take a second to get the dice.
It's a lot of dice.
Oh, I know it is. Don't worry. Missing one. Hold on. Where's my D4? Oh, I wanted. Oh, there it is. I use my druid, my forest dice. As you take 5, 8, 13, 18, 19 points of damage as the band tightens and becomes significantly more tighter on your arm.
Okay. So Howard will realize, be like, okay, for now, he'll revisit it later. He'll put the knife dagger away, go back to his bedroll, and turn in for the night.
I will let you know that although it causes the pain as it tightens, the pain is not constant, but you take note that the band does not loosen.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Yep.
So?
So he's going to realize and then try to revisit it at another time.
Oh.
But he's going to go to bed for now.
Awesome. So as you go back and lay down and head to bed, as everyone else is slowly winding down for the night, we wrap up this session, guys, and we will pick up there next week as you guys begin to trek and I don't know, maybe you guys encounter a white dragon. We'll see what happens. Till then, guys, I was your Dungeon Master, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining in, tuning in, watching this on our YouTube, listening to via podcast, through all your favorite podcasting apps, which, guys, listen, as we're saying this, we're breaking this right now. And I just want to let everyone know we had an amazing month last month of listeners. Everyone that is tuning in and checking out with this campaign. This is phenomenal. And thank you all so much. All the listeners, all the viewers, YouTube views are slowly raising. If you're listening to this, you know what? Head on over to YouTube, hit subscribe, and watch an episode. It's a lot more fun to watch them. You can listen to them too, but you're only getting half of the experience. But, you know, thank you so much for all of our listeners, all the subscribers that are returning. We're off to a strong start already in this month, and I am so impressed and happy and proud of all of you guys, as well as my players, putting in the time and effort with this. Thank you, guys, my players. You guys rock, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys and without our faithful listeners and viewers. Till then, guys, please, keep watching, keep hitting subscribe, and check us out. I was your Dungeon Master, Anthony. I'm gonna let the players and them sign off because this is one of my favorite parts of the show. Azoth, you go first.
Oh, hey, Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Podcasters Azoth. I can be witty at times.
There you go. Podcasters at Podcasters Azoth. Thanks.
All right, you guys could follow Finks at Podcasters Finks on Twitter. You can follow me for some miniature painting at Phoenix Forge on Instagram, and that's pretty much all of my places to be followed for now.
Perfect. Remus.
I'm Remus. I'm Ricky Coates. You can follow Remus at Podcasters Remus on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Rick_Coates. My big news is a recent D&D themed music video for a song coming out on Keep Flying's newest album, Survival. The song's called They Never Lie Down. I had the pleasure of being the DM for the video, which was interesting for me, and I pictured a lot of my friends while I was doing it, just what they would do during the campaign, so that was fun for me. But that's only on YouTube right now, so check it out if you got a chance. And
If I'm able to, I should be able to link it, I believe, somewhere, right? In the YouTube video. Oh, I've never done it before. I think I can link to
yes.
us. I think I
Yeah,
can
you
link
should be
it.
able to.
Yes.
If anyway,
Put
I'm
it
gonna
in the
drop.
description.
There's a link below, guys. There's a link to it below, if anything.
There's a link somewhere. Check it out.
Check it out. And to wrap us up with our players, Howard, please sign us off.
Howard, you can follow Howard on Twitter at podcastersh. You can find my arts and doodles on Facebook and Instagram, Ratfink Arts. And then you can check me out as we do our little spin-off shows, I guess they're called. One for podcasters, Roll for Wisdom, and me and Anthony talk D&D. But we are not professionals, so don't add us. And my other side show with Chris, Saturday Night Movie Store, where we just like to talk movies. So check them out, all at the BICBP network.
Yeah, guys, check them out at bicbp-radio.com. And I do want to let everyone know before we do sign off, you can get us on Instagram at podcasters_tabletop gaming, as well as Facebook at, it's a little different, and it is called, I hate this Facebook app, guys, the pages. See, it's loading up. It's Podcasters Tabletop Gaming on Facebook. So please check our pages out, give them a like, give them a follow. And hey, did you also know that we have a Teespring and the link is below? So if you wanted to help support the YouTube and the campaign, pick up a t-shirt. You know, Howard designed one. I think the Warlock Eldritch Blast shirt is actually pretty awesome. So why don't you all go pick that up, and see you guys next week. Till then, keep rolling.